come out and play really, really well?
Yeah, we talked about it this morning. We went over a little bit of Rochester pre-scout and talked about responding and winning the week. And we needed that Friday night victory was big for us. And it's very difficult to sweep a first place team back to back. So especially on the road. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get the 4 points there, but great response, and we won the week, got 4-6, and now we move on.
We've asked a lot almost every time he's played here about Sanford, and he almost had a hat trick tonight.
Yeah, and we talked about it last week. He just got better and better every game, and Friday night he was excellent in Wilkes-Barre on the road as well, and he seems to like the 3-3 because he joked with me this morning because I was asking him, obviously the schedule is much different from the NHL, and was talking about the 3-3s, and he actually said he liked them. So obviously it's paid off because I thought he was excellent last Sunday against Syracuse and had 4 points tonight. So it's good for him. When you're not getting many touches in the NHL and you're not getting a lot of ice time, it's a tough role to play, and especially as a young kid. So for him to come down and get 6 games and probably end up with a point a game now and feeling good about himself, when they make the decision to take him back, I'm sure he'll feel confident getting on that ice for the first time.
Have you watched any of Jacob Vrana with the Caps? And if so, what's your assessment of how he's doing?
Well, I think he's doing well. Unfortunately, a couple of games that they've played have been with a lot when we were playing, but I seen his goal, and I chatted with him through text message after his goal the other night, and the shifts I've seen in the games, parts of the games I've watched, I think he's doing really well. He's playing well defensively, which is always a key, and moving his feet. And one of the reasons they wanted to get a look at Jacob, and it was for the speed factor. They felt they were playing a little bit slow, and he certainly has some speed. And also playing with Eller and Burakovsky, all three of those players move very well. So we'll see. Obviously we don't know what's going to happen here and if he's going to be back or not. But it's good that we know that he's an NHL player and going to be a full-timer at some point. It's just a matter of when they make that decision to make him a full-time NHL player.
Could you sense that the floodgates were about to open at any point in the second period by the way your team was playing?
Yeah, absolutely. And I thought, Olmark is an NHL goalie, and we've seen that now for the third time. Last time we beat him 5-3, we had 26 grade A's that night. And tonight, the first period, obviously they got the break on the shorthanded goal, but 5-on-5, I thought we dominated. And I think we had something like 10, 11 grade A's. And in my mind, I'm going like, geez, if this can he keep this up for the whole 60 minutes? And then we made that push in the second, and it was nice for the special teams also. It's been a bit of a struggle for the PK here the last 5 games because I think we went from second in the league to 14th or 15th there over a 5-game span. So for our PK to be able to go 6 for 6 tonight, and the power play, 3 for 6, I believe. It was a great special teams night. I felt it was a big part of the game tonight. Their special teams were top 10, both power play and PK, so that was a big part of their game along with the goaltending, and we were able to win the special teams battle and get to their goaltender. So I'd say we reached a couple of our goals tonight playing against Roch.
You're a third of the way through, and we could probably ask this question almost after every game. You could be in first place, lose, drop the fourth, win, drop, go back to first. Have you seen? And this is an unbelievable division.
Well, it's my 7th year in the American League. I've never seen anything like this. You've really got 5 teams because I think Providence just won again today, 2-1 in a shootout. So I believe that's something like 12 consecutive games with points for them as well. So, and you're right. We woke up Saturday morning in Wilkes-Barre in first place by percentage points, and then we lose Saturday night, and we dropped all the way down to 4th with Providence right there. So, we talked to the guys a little bit this morning about the urgency of the game. Not to worry about the standings because it is only game 25, but at the same time, if just focus on winning the week, and you're not going to get 5 points every week or sweep weeks, but for us to get 4-6, Lehigh got 4-6, and we'll see what happens with Wilkes-Barre today. That's all we can do is control what we need to do and see where it happens.
You said in the offseason that in order for Eric Bergdorfer to get a chance, you were sad to see him go, but you were happy for him to go to Buffalo and perhaps go to Buffalo, I guess I should say, and get that chance. Have you had a shot to talk to him yet?
Yeah, I actually talked to him last week there when it first happened, and then some text exchange after his first game, and just ironically against Washington as well. So, anytime those type of players can get their opportunity, I look back at Julian Briette as well, who I coached way back in the ECHL, and for him to get his first opportunity in Washington, and for Bergie to. We really wanted him back, and I understand Washington's perspective with the number of young defense that, to give him an NHL component, he just probably wouldn't get a call up here, and he goes there, and, next thing you know, he gets his chance. So it's great for him. He's well-deserved, and he certainly was a diamond in the rough, and living out in California, but I'm glad we found him, and I'm glad he was part of our program for 2 years, and a big part of why we went to the Calder Cup final last year. So great stuff for him. Excellent. Thanks. See you next week.